I'm so confused. What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard and to Bubba's Daily Update. And of course, I had the loser last night in football. Let's get that out of the way first. The Seahawks let me down. But in the meantime, what a lousy day on the street today. Obviously, the markets were higher, but very confusing action as you look at it. And again, if we go back to yesterday, we saw a late day sell-off based on some trade war talk. Then, of course, overnight, there was a dramatic sell-off last night around 6:30 or so, based on more trade talk, and the Dow was actually down over 100. The S&P was getting clobbered. Everything looked like the world was coming to an end. And then, of course, today we have a complete reversal, and the markets are making new highs with the Dow up huge. The Nasdaq was up much bigger, but still up 60 points on the day. The Russell didn't participate as much, but was still up quite a bit based on where it was. It recovered about a third of yesterday's losses, and the S&P was up huge. But the confusing part here is that the markets are not at all concerned about trade. Okay, they are saying that it's going to be resolved, it's going to be taken care of, nothing to worry about, which is fine. And I believe that, actually. I think that's all going to be fine. But then you look at the grain markets. Now, I know we had the WASDE report last week, and there's a big surplus. But these prices are really going back into like the late 90s, with the exception of soybeans. And they were just basically under pressure all day long. So if there's not a problem with trade, which the markets say, well, the grains kind of say that maybe there is a problem with trade. Now, again, I don't think there's a problem. And obviously, I'm getting hammered in my grain positions here right now. But I think that we're going to see a dramatic turnaround as well there, like we saw very much in the meats. But the markets themselves, the bonds got absolutely clocked again. Interest rates are rising, which is what we expected. And the 10-year is over 3%. So that is in line. The dollar was lower, turned up to be higher on the day. So that's in line with our theory of what's going to be the eventual black swan. But when you look at the overall picture, things are not fitting in their place. Okay, you've still got gold stuck in a consolidation range. You've still got oil trying to break up above 70, but every time it gets there, it starts to sell off, and we expect that to go much lower. So with the rates rising and the dollar rising, and the Fed meeting next week, it doesn't make a lot of sense. But of course, as we said yesterday, and we'll say today, the markets are going to be thin because tonight is Yom Kippur, and tomorrow the trading should be very, very light because, again, a lot of people will be taking off. So we don't expect a lot of action, so we can get some of these more wild types of move when that happens, and there is a lack of volume in the markets. But the overall picture looks very, very quirky, and things just are a little bit confusing because the grain, if the trade wars are settled and everything's fine, then grain should be going up, and they have not. In fact, they performed better back when the trade wars were first announced. So it's interesting to watch, and it makes for a much tougher trade, which is why we continue to say almost every day, you got to be patient. You got to wait for the right opportunities because we're getting these herky-jerky moves all at one time, and then we go back and settle. So there was basically nothing going on after the initial rally. So we'll see what happens there. And in the meantime, Bitcoin is holding its levels, which is fine. But I expect tomorrow to be extremely quiet and extremely slow. I don't expect a lot of action this week. I think that we're going to be waiting. This is the week of a triple witching cycle, which just means that a lot of things will expire, and there should be some heavier volume towards the end of the week, but that doesn't mean that it's going to move the markets. So I think we need to continue to observe here, not get anything too crazy, not get too carried away, because the media is making a big deal out of the trade wars, and I say that they're no big deal. And of course, the equity markets agree with me. I think they're extremely overbought. I think you're seeing we're getting near the tops, but we're not predicting it yet. We will let you know when we do think that the actual tops are in, but we're certainly getting that kind of action, and I wouldn't be surprised to see big move up and then down, or just a big move down. But we're going to continue to watch, and we will keep you updated. This is Bubba's Daily Update. Todd Bubba Horwitz, and of course, have a great day. And for those who celebrate, Happy New Year, Lashana Tova, and make sure you atone for your sins. And this is Bubba's Daily Update. Make sure you check out our high school investing program at patreon.com/Bubba Trading. That's Patreon, patreon.com/Bubba Trading. And of course, don't forget to catch the Bubba Show every day from 4 to 5 Eastern at libertytalk.fm. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow.